Hi, Janet, how are you?
Hi there, Rizwan. I'm good, thank you.
All right, so guys, I want you to get to know Janet a little bit better. So let me just go ahead and do a short introduction about Janet. So I've known Janet for over a year now. You've been with us for more than a year.
Yeah.
Janet is our CEO of Airways Aviation Academy here in Australia, but you also take care of the Australasia region.
Yes,
right?
yeah, correct.
And I've known her for a while, and I think you're one of the most hardworking and most passionate aviation individuals I've ever come across.
Thank you,
So
Rizwan.
I want you to tell me a little bit more about yourself. What were you doing before Airways Aviation,
Okay.
and what made you, come to
How
Australia?
did I get to this point,
Yes,
is what you're
yes.
saying, Rizwan. Well, look, it's been a journey, and I've been in training and education for, probably 3 decades, if the truth be told.
Wow.
And so I worked in the UK, because I'm English, so I come from the UK, and I was a principal of a college, so it was a private training college. We taught travel and tourism and executive business courses, and as part of that, I was involved with British Airways. I was a corporate specialist trainer for them for nearly 10 years, and that was with IATA, international airfares and ticketing. Advanced fare calculations, they called it.
And this was back in the early 2000s?
Yes, that was back in the 1990s, early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
So a long time. And from there, then the family moved to New Zealand. So decided to trek to the other side of the world. My husband
literally from
loved
UK,
it.
yeah.
Yes. So just it was a place I wanted to go. And started working for an organisation there. I ended up being the CEO of that business, and we had 20 campuses all across New Zealand. And we used to teach lots of things, but we had 2 flying schools, which is where I really got into aviation. So we had 2 flying schools, one in beautiful Whangarei, which is in the far north, and then one in Kerikeri, which again is in the North Island, very remote, but we used to do helicopter and fixed wing, commercial pilot's licenses, so CAA approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've been with this beautiful world of aviation for quite some time.
I have.
What brought you to Australia?
So I was headhunted, so I had an organisation that asked me to go work for them as their chief academic officer, and that was a large training business that had 54 campuses all across Australia. So I had 1,000 staff that came under my department, and again just worked lots of different training. It was, we did counselling, we ran gaming programs. So a whole heap, we had 35,000 students. So it was a big organisation. And then I decided to go off on my own and do some consultancy work, because people kept contacting me saying, Janet, can you help me with this? Janet, can you help me with that? So, which was great. So I went off in the consultancy world, worked closely with Griffith University.
Griffith
So
University. That's a big name.
Griffith,
Yeah, that's a big name in the industry.
And a private equity company, and lots of different training providers that I was helping them. And then came across Airways.
We are lucky.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
That's okay,
I have to tell you, over the last nine and a half years, I've worked with different people from different parts of the world, and the last few days of working with you has been a pure pleasure. I got to learn a lot from you as well. So thank you so much for that. Now, how long have you been in Australia, if I may ask?
So I've been here probably about 6 years now. So yeah, which is great, and I love it. I always, when I worked in New Zealand, I used to bring my staff over. We used to do events in Australia.
Oh, and this is a very happening place for such events.
Absolutely. So yes, I always thought, oh, I'd love to work in Australia. It's just such a beautiful place. And lots of opportunities, which is great. So so it was good to be asked to come across. So I was really pleased, and I thought, yeah, let's do it. Make this home, and it is home now. It's a great place. I've travelled the world. I've lived in lots of different countries. Some for short time, some for long periods. I was in New Zealand for 10 years, and yeah, got to say this is definitely the best place, and I love it. And Airways it's such a nice family.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Yeah.
And
I'm
thank you
very
so much
lucky.
for being part of this amazing family. And I want to ask you, from a student's point of view, there's many good reasons why students should come to Gold Coast,
Yes.
but what would you say the number one reason why they should choose Gold Coast
Well,
for their training?
if you're wanting to fly, want to learn to be a commercial pilot, then there's two reasons. One, for the Gold Coast, it's the weather. So we have such great, sunny weather days. You can see
Oh yes,
behind us. It's beautiful. So it's great flying. So it's different to if you're going to Sydney even, because Sydney is very similar to New Zealand weather. Not quite as bad as UK weather, but it's very similar in that you've got a lot of rainy, stormy days through winter. So on the Gold Coast we have, we're subtropical. It's beautiful weather. So it just means that you get through your course much quicker. So you get to do a lot more flying than you would do elsewhere. So it's, so the speed of that. Second is we're CASA approved, and CASA, licensing is highly regarded across the globe.
For sure,
Yeah.
100% agree with
So
you.
it's a great place if you're looking at starting your journey, because being a commercial pilot there is a journey to it, and you never ever stop learning. So even when you're working for the big airlines, you'll always be training, always upskilling. So this is a great start to your journey.
I would like to throw in the fact that you guys have the best surfers paradise.
Oh, we
right?
do.
So that's probably one of the big
Absolutely.
reasons as well.
Yes. Yeah.
As a aspiring pilot, when I wanted to look for flight schools, I was looking, yes, at the flight school, but I was also looking at the city, things to do in the city.
Yes.
So if you're looking at Gold Coast, you'll probably find dozens of things to do. Yeah,
exactly, that's it. So we're very close to the beach. The beaches are beautiful, very, very long beaches, but we're also close to a city. So if you want to do more city things, Gold Coast is very close to Brisbane. So, and Brisbane's a beautiful big city. So it's all very new. There's lots happening, lots to do. And that's why, again, the students love it. They love it because there is so much that, it's all about enjoying your studies as well.
Speaking about that, right? So some of my students who have completed the training in the Airways Aviation schools in Dubai or Lebanon, they've come over here, and some of them personally told me that it's amazing how they can just walk up, show up to your office, open doors, and they talk to you like, how do you manage that? I think that's not something which many flight schools are able to allow.
Yeah, well, we do. We're a very friendly team. So we have an open door policy. We always talk to the students. We get to know everybody. We're a big family. We run lots of events, which is really good. So lots of fun activities for the students. So because this time, studying and being here for such a long time, you do get to make lifelong friendships, and that's what it's all about. We try to get people together and making sure that they enjoy their time. And it's sad when the students complete. It's happy as well because
it's a mixed emotion.
Well, yeah, exactly. We're so happy that they've achieved, and we've helped them on that first part of their journey. But also sad when we see them going, and they're sad to leave too. So, but we do tend to keep in touch with students.
I'm sure. Yeah. Some of the previous episodes, I'm sure the audience have already seen the other previous episodes, and some of my other students who we met right here and interviewed, a lot of them actually had really good stuff to talk about the staff members. One of the students specifically mentioned is that how friendly the staff is.
Yes.
You as a manager or a CEO, how were you able to create that work environment? Were there any challenges? Would you like to answer?
Well, every organisation when you go into is going to be quite different. My ethic has always been about making sure we work as a family and we're a team, because I'm not, I'm just one person and I cannot do what I need to do without the help of everybody else. So it's making everyone feel inclusive and appreciated, because I do appreciate everything that they do.
Sure,
So,
I've seen that.
Yeah, so it's making sure that they are aware that I do appreciate, and again, just being there to support everybody. Because work life, you're here for so many hours a day, and you're working closely with people, so you want to make sure that you're creating the best atmosphere, and also as well then the students can feel that too, so they get a sense of what the culture is like here. And I think at Airways, everywhere at Airways across the globe, it's all it's a lovely family feel. So even though we're a global entity, it's very much a family feel.
I can testify to that, and I also have to tell you, after visiting and working in Airways Aviation Academy in multiple locations in Europe, multiple locations in the Middle East as well, the last 1 week has been a delight.
Yeah, good.
And it's been amazing getting to know each and every one of them. I've had a number of emails and phone calls, obviously, with all the staff members, but it was very nice to see how warm and welcoming. And I thought they were being nice to me, but then I would sit and watch their interaction with the other students. I'm like, wait, I'm not special. I thought, oh, they're being really nice to me. But then I realized that they spoke to the other students the same way. I said, all right, that's really nice. So if you're one of those international students out there, still wondering if this is the right academy for you, this is a very family type of a flight school. You will not just be a number. You won't just be a number in our books. You will be an individual, and we normally get to know each and every one of you.
Exactly.
And that's one of the best parts.
Exactly, that's it. And make sure that you really enjoy your time, as well as get what you get to achieve. Get to achieve your lifelong dreams, and that's what it's all about. So yes, so we would welcome.
Thank you so much. And to end with this final question for you, Janet.
Yes.
For all our international students out there who are a bit concerned about the visas and the admission process, what would you like to tell them?
Yeah, look, there is a process to follow, and obviously there's immigration, which is outside of our control. However, we will try and help support you the whole way through that journey. So it is achievable. It's not too daunting. As I said, we do support you through. So we've been doing this for a long, long time.
Sure, and we have plenty international students.
Yes,
so
we do.
Yes, there will be. It's not going to be a piece of cake, sure. Yes, but it's completely fine. There are dozens of other international students who've all done it.
Yes.
And there's as Janet mentioned, there's a very in-depth process, but it's possible. Use agents who are professional enough to help you with your visas. Don't make any mistakes on your visa applications, and always better to go with a professional company.
Yes, absolutely, Rizwan. It's always, if the more professional person that you're dealing with, they'll help guide you as well. And as far as immigration are concerned, then they'll look at all your documentation, and if it's all accurate, then it should be plain sailing.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And I would like to end this with what my instructors used to tell me. If you want to be a pilot, and if you're wondering, you just need these 3 basic skills. Maybe you can add something else to this, but my instructor always said, if you're passionate, and if you're patient, and if you're persistent, if you can bring these 3 things to the table, the rest of the stuff we can teach you. You're really bad in certain parts of the studying, maybe we can help you, we could do extra, whatever, but I need you to be passionate and persistent. We cannot, give you the quality of being persistent. You need to bring that. So welcome to the world of aviation. And if you have any other questions, feel free to get in touch with one of us. Janet email ID is also mentioned right there. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to help you. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much,
everybody.
Janet. Thank you for talking to me, Janet.
Rizwan.
Have a great day, everyone.
Pleasure.
See you in Gold Coast very soon.
Yes.